AMD update here on the 1st. Taking a big hit here over the last couple of days from their earnings. Earnings weren't that strong. So what is this? If you're using parallel lines, I would say this is potentially a diagonal. Potentially. So if it's a diagonal, that means that this was the bottom right here. And I'd be looking for something, be some outrageous price, something higher, basically. But really, the overall move, let's figure out what's going on the smaller time frame. So we have ABC down. How do we know this is ABC? It actually hit the parallel line basically perfectly. So, like literally perfectly. So this is ABC down. You get a nice bounce here. Could this be, I guess there's two routes this could go. If the market were to continue selling off, you could look at this like that was the top right there. 1, 2, and we're in a third wave down. This would be first wave of a third wave. Kind of like that. But based on what I showed you with the move up here, and this broke above the parallel line, hit the 1.61 fib, and we got this retracement back into here, I think that this is likely a diagonal. So if this is a diagonal, we should be starting a fifth wave up. If we're starting a fifth wave up, then what is this right here? I think that this would actually be wave 1. Whoops. Because again, parallel line. This did not break above the parallel line. This can't be a third wave. So what is this? This is potentially a B wave. A, B, and then this right here is looking like potentially 5 waves. My target on this, you have daily demand down here at 138 to 134. The 1.61 fib of this move right here is at 137. So I'd be looking for this to go here, maybe bounce back up to like 141, and then have one more wave down. Let's see if this even helps out. That's a little bit too low, I think. I was thinking maybe if it broke below this demand zone, I was thinking 130. I guess it's possible it could come down here and double bottom. But really, if you're trying to play this short term, I would be watching. And again, we passed the parallel line, so we know that this is an impulse. Pretty clearly an impulse. So I'm looking for 137. You could potentially start a position right there. Look for a bounce. And if you get a really corrective bounce, you could just sell and wait for the next wave down. You could sell covered calls, whatever you want, however you wanted to play it. But I'm looking at this as probably something like this. Maybe it double bottoms with this move right here. But this would be overall second wave. The reason I don't think that this is a C wave, it's more about the timing, I think. Let's look at the timing of this right here. So we have August 20th to October 9th. That's about 7 weeks. I would be looking for about 3.5 weeks down, and look where we're at right now. We're at about 3.5 weeks. So I think this is about bottomed. I'd be looking for, yeah, something probably going into the election, maybe down here. So something down there, I'd be looking for a second wave, and then I'm looking for potentially a move up here to 193. This could look like this. Something like that. So if that doesn't end up being right, it doesn't really matter because you just got to figure out where to buy and then you adjust based on what it does. It could come down here and then make a corrective sideways move, and I'd be like, okay, we need to change this account now. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out where to buy. And I think that buying AMD at 137 is reasonable. And then seeing what happens from there. That's daily demand. If you get a corrective bounce, again, you can sell or sell covered calls. And if it comes down here for a fifth wave, I think it's a buy down here as well. You can see here we're getting the bottom of the standard deviation right around the target I said, 129. Also, that is the 0.78 retracement for this initial move up. So 129 to 137 is my buy zone on AMD. I might get back into it. I sold originally. I had a position that I was down on. I ended up getting out right here at 160-ish. And then I watched this whole thing go on. And now it's coming back down here. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get back in. So I'm going to be watching this demand zone right here. We'll see if it can get there. And we'll see if it goes down to 129 for potentially the next move up to 193.